Imagine walking along the docks of London in the early 1700s. The air smells of salt, coal, and opportunity. Massive wooden ships creak in the harbor, their bellies heavy with gold, gleaming bars and coins from across the world. That gold didn't just make Britain rich, it built an empire. But where did it come from, and how did it turn a small island into the most powerful nation on earth? Back in the 16th century, Britain was far from a global superpower. Spain and Portugal ruled the seas. France and the Dutch had already built vast trading empires. Britain? It was still finding its place. Then came gold, not British gold, but gold taken from colonies, trade, and conquest. Every coin represented more than metal. It represented control, labor, and influence. As British ships sailed farther, the gold they carried home didn't just fill royal treasuries, it fueled ambition. Gold became the backbone of Britain's financial system. It financed wars, exploration, and industrial growth. But most importantly, it became the foundation for the Bank of England, established in 1694. The bank didn't just hold gold, it used it to create money. Paper notes backed by gold allowed Britain to borrow, spend, and invest far beyond its real reserves. In other words, gold made the impossible possible. And with that new financial engine, Britain could fund armies, fleets, and colonies without collapsing its economy. That was something rival empires couldn't do for long. So where did all that gold come from? Some came from Africa, mined by enslaved labor, traded through brutal colonial systems. Some from South America, funneled through global trade networks. And later, enormous amounts flowed from India, not from mines, but through taxation and exploitation. Britain didn't just find gold, it redirected it, using global trade routes and political control. It moved wealth from every corner of the world back to London. By the 18th century, London wasn't just a city, it was the financial heart of the world. Empires are expensive, and Britain fought many wars, from the 7 Years' War to the Napoleonic Wars. Each conflict drained resources, but unlike others, Britain had gold reserves and global credit to fall back on. When Napoleon ran out of silver, Britain kept borrowing and paying in gold. That ability to finance long wars let the empire outlast its rivals. Gold wasn't just a symbol of wealth, it was a weapon. Then came the Industrial Revolution. Factories, steam engines, railways, all needed capital. And where did that capital come from? Gold-backed banks and profits from global trade. The gold standard gave Britain's currency trust and stability. Investors from around the world believed £1 truly was worth its weight in gold. That trust built the modern financial world. But behind the shine, there was darkness. Gold funded the empire, but also slavery, colonization, and the control of millions. Entire regions were drained of their wealth. To sustain Britain's dominance, the empire's prosperity came at a staggering human cost. It's a story not just of wealth but of power, exploitation, and inequality. By the early 20th century, the British Empire covered a quarter of the globe. The sun never sets on the British Empire, they said. And it was true. Gold and money had built something enormous. But the same system that made Britain powerful also made it fragile. When World War I began, the gold standard started to crumble, and when it fell, so did Britain's control over the global economy. Still, the legacy remained. Central banks, global trade, and the entire financial system we live under today, all built on the same foundation, gold. So next time you see a gold coin, remember, it's not just a piece of metal, it's a fragment of history, a reminder of how money, ambition, and empire are forever intertwined. Because gold didn't just build Britain's power, it built the modern world.